Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Michelle, and we're the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
And this is the Mainstream Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 204 for October 13th, 2025.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Dead men tell no tale.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say,
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Here we go with another Monday of the TMSM Weekly Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy.
Happy. Very tired today.
Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining us once again. We appreciate you. Yeah.
We need to do a Halloween episode with like spooky voices.
Maybe. Oh, hey. Maybe Halloween week we'll do that.
Yeah, we need to do like a scary episode.
Like how?
I have no clue.
We'll come up with something scary for
We
you.
could talk about some of the stories from Disney that are like the scary type things, like ghost stories and stuff.
You know what? A few years ago, Andrew wrote an urban legends thing that he researched. We should pull that up and find it
We should.
because it actually is really good.
There's a lot of them. I know a lot of them offhand, so that would be kind of cool to do some of that.
Yeah, like do like Disney urban legends.
I'll even change our intro music to be like a scarier one.
Yeah.
I'll use some of the scary monster type stuff.
Okay, we're like working out a
There we
show,
go.
and all
We're
you're
working out a show and
and
you're
you're all
listening
listening to
And
the
I hope you're all shaking your head. Yes, do it.
yeah, either that or they're like, oh my god, you guys shut up and do the show.
I'm turning it off. I'm going to someplace else. Please don't do that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it so much. Last week, we did get out of the house a little bit. We had a lot of
Barely.
LPA work last week, and you weren't feeling good.
You know what? I'm always the anchor these days because I don't feel great. Yeah, I just had a bad week, so we don't have like a ton of like outings, but
Right.
we can talk about the few that we have.
We can.
As sad as that is.
So last Thursday, as we talked last week, on Monday we had gone to Animal Kingdom and seen some of the Christmas merchandise that had dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to go to the Springs and see if they had anything in addition to what we had already seen.
Wah, wah.
It was the exact same.
So, like World of Disney, when you walk in the main entrance, so when you look to the right, let's say, the same merchandise, that same little grouping that's at Animal Kingdom, they put up at Disney Springs. And now, mind you, this is just a very small, like intro to the Christmas stuff.
Right, because they can't put it all out yet because they still have all the Halloween merchandise.
And again, like I want that peppermint stuff. It's over at Epcot, which we still need to go.
Yes.
But so like when you walk into the main entrance, like it's still all like Halloween stuff or whatever. But like Nightmare is on the left, and then they put a Christmas display on the right. So I'm assuming in a couple weeks when you walk through the main entrance from the door to the back is going to be like Christmas Wonderland, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I would think so. I think Nightmare Before Christmas will have a big presence, like kind of where the Haunted Mansion stuff maybe is now.
Well, they have it in the front. I don't know if it'll stay in the front because, so sidebar, I saw something today.
How do we go to a sidebar already?
Just one thing, because it was something I had never heard before.
Okay.
I forget. It was something about the Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, because I think today is their anniversary date, and I don't know how many years that is, like
33 it came out, so 32 years.
Okay. And I read comments because that's what I do, and I haven't been online that much today, but somebody was like, oh, it's a Halloween movie, it's a Christmas movie, da-da-da-da-da, so it goes like for both, but somebody was like, no, it's a Thanksgiving movie. How did they figure that? And they weren't joking either.
Now I want to watch the beginning of the movie to see if you see Thanksgiving as one of the possible doors when Jack slips into the Christmas land door. I'm curious if there was a Thanksgiving door between the two of them. I mean, it does incorporate both holidays, so maybe they're saying, oh, it kind of falls in
between,
the two.
right?
I really don't know which one. I guess it would be more of a Christmas movie though than it is.
Well,
a
look at
Halloween.
Jollywood. They have the Christmas part. But if you think about it, so some of it, they have, this is Halloween, but then you go into Santa Claus stuff. So it
Right.
really is half and half if you think
It is
about it.
because when you're in Halloween town,
Yeah.
you're in Halloween because that's 365 Halloween, and October 31st is their big day they celebrate. But then when he goes into the other tree door and he's in Christmas area,
Yeah.
it's Christmas all year long.
Right.
So
So I think either or, but I think Thanksgiving is not correct. But anyway, go ahead with your story.
no, I'm good from September till December with Nightmare Before Christmas though.
And and people wear, okay, so like let's say I got a shirt from Disney that has, because I almost bought the one. Remember when I looked at the one last year over and over? It was cream color and it had Mickey in a Santa hat.
Okay.
And I looked at it so many times and I kept saying, but I'm only going to wear it a couple weeks. And I couldn't justify it.
And every time you saw it, you had less weeks.
Exactly. And then I'm thinking I should have bought it a couple weeks before that.
Right.
But my whole point is that, like, I can't wear that all year. If you have Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, people wear it all year round.
Yeah, I think it falls under the line like the Haunted Mansion merchandise, where
Yeah, it's just whenever.
it's a fandom, and the Nightmare has a huge fandom. Actually, I put out a blog over the weekend about how they made the movie because that fascinates me. But I mean, I know a lot of people don't even like the movie, but
I love their merchandise.
the way they made that movie is absolutely amazing.
It's one of those things that has grown on me over the years, especially since we moved here. And I love the music to the movie.
Danny Elfman did a great.
Oh my God, yes. So yeah, so I understand my whole point. I'm pulling back from the sidebar. You have to excuse me. I didn't sleep well last night. Is that they could leave the front of the store on that that little patch on the left. They could leave it Nightmare because it does still apply.
It does, and it could apply through December all the way through.
So, oh my God, sidebar.
Oh my gosh, you just said you were pulling away.
I know. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
So our neighborhood.
Yeah.
I have been waiting, and I know I've mentioned it. I don't know if I've mentioned it on this
didn't
podcast
come
or
out
if it
last
was
year.
mine. I don't know.
There last year.
But the neighbors put up the big Jack Skellington on the
12-foot.
lawn that I've been waiting for. And the reason I bring that up, not just because he's the coolest thing, but after Halloween, they put a Santa hat on him.
Yes.
So he is, my whole point is even the neighbors agree, like from this period to the end of the year, he's relevant.
Well, Disney makes him relevant because Disney has the meet and greet with Jack and Sally for Halloween,
And
then
Christmas,
meet
Santa Claus.
during the Christmas parties and such. So they do it all as well. They split it up to 2 seasons or 2 holidays.
So if anybody wants to buy me a gift,
The 12-foot Jack Skellington for
the
the
Jack
premiere.
Skellington, I will put him on the lawn until the HOA makes me take him down.
Is he bigger than? He might be 15 foot. He's huge. I mean, he is
And he
so tall,
talks.
and he talks.
So like, I already told Scott like I want to go past him when it gets dark and see if he talks because it's the coolest thing. Now, mind you. I also think the decoration from the Home Depot, the big skeleton, is awesome too. And maybe, you know what? Maybe I just get excited about the little things these days because I mean, like, look how excited I got over the neighbors. It's not even mine.
Right.
And it's around the corner. It's not like I can just see it out the door. But anyway, my whole point was that it's both holidays.
It's funny because you look so forward to the Jack Skellington large animatronic thing that they put out. But then when the people put out the Eeyore at Christmas time, you feel so sad.
Oh my God.
Because there's this one house by us, they don't put any other decorations out except a little 3-foot tall
Sad
blow up of
Eeyore.
Eeyore that's sad, and they leave him up until like
February.
And I
And
feel so bad for him.
Okay, so it's a blow up, and I know that, but I'm such an empathetic person that I want to go hug this little Eeyore, or
He
like
just looks so sad.
and knock on the door and say, why are you bringing us down, man? Why are you bringing the whole neighborhood down with your little Eeyore that's just hanging his head in sadness? When it's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but no, you just depress me every time I go past there.
Oh, it's not that good.
Oh my gosh, like, oh yeah, I'm sitting out here by
At
myself.
least it's not cold.
Woe is me.
It could be cold. He could be up in Michigan. during that time of year. And
You
he
know
would want
what?
to be
Sad
there.
is sad, and he brings me down. I have to. I think this year, if they leave him out, I'm gonna post in our neighborhood group on Facebook and be like, "Yeah, is anybody else like super depressed every time you see this Eeyore?" Because like he doesn't he make me sad?
Every year he's been out there, so this will be our third or fourth Christmas here.
Third.
Christmas here, and every year he's made you sad.
I'm like, oh, poor Eeyore. All right. Okay. Anyway, back to. I'm just gonna shut up again. Apologies. Didn't sleep good. My system is all screwed up today, so who knows what I'm gonna say.
Who knows how many sidebars we're gonna have?
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna create a drinking game to sidebars.
Sidebar. Okay. Anyway, go back to what you were talking about.
So anyway, I was talking about Disney Springs. Went
Oh
there
my
to
gosh.
see the Christmas merchandise that is starting to hit. Yes, it is October still, but the Christmas merchandise is starting to get. And like Michelle said, the peppermint stuff's over at Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Animal Kingdom and Disney Springs have the same merchandise as of
Last
this past
week,
weekend.
yeah,
They
'cause
did.
I
don't
haven't
know if they've
been.
added. Studios had some merchandise. I don't know if it's the same as what's out.
You know what? I don't know, but I know there's a vast amount of different Christmas things, and we've only seen a pinch of it.
Right. I know I
So-
want to go over to the studios though because in One Man's Dream, the section that's been
The
for
Wish.
for a long time.
Yeah.
They've changed it up finally, and I think it's like the updates to Animal Kingdom are in there.
Yeah, you can see like a small like scale model of what they're gonna do over at Animal Kingdom. You got like more concept art for like monsters, animation courtyard,
Yes.
different things. So yeah, it's worth it to go take a ride over there. We were gonna go today, but because of me, we didn't. But we will this week.
We will this week, yeah. I don't know what day, but we will get over there this week. For
I don't care if you have to drag me. We're going.
Okay, I'll drag you.
Okay, thanks.
And while we were there at the Springs, we decided to take a little walk.
We did take a walk.
We took a walk over to the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista,
We did.
which is the closest hotel to Disney Springs.
Right?
It's just over the pedestrian bridge, and you are basically in there.
It's so fast.
We went over there on an exploration. Is that a good word to say?
A research trip?
Research trip. Because maybe, and I'm stressing the word maybe, House of Mouse might be coming back.
You said it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It depends. A lot of things have to fall in place.
Not to mention, home needs a home.
Home needs a home. And so we went over there. We were just walking around. We were not dressed nice to
Oh
meet
my
people.
God.
We just went over there in like our normal.
I had leggings and a t-shirt on and no
And
makeup.
she didn't look like she'd be at Disney because she had like Universal Monster leggings on.
No, they were haunted houses and pumpkins. It was not Disney. But I did have a Hocus Pocus shirt on, so I guess I was Disney-esque.
Somewhat of it. But so we're walking around, we're looking, and we didn't know where we were going, honestly. We were walking around the
No.
property, and this nice gentleman walked by, and he goes, "Oh, do you need help finding something?" It's like, "Oh, no." We just explained to him what we were doing. He's like, "Would you like me to introduce you to the sales team?" Like, okay.
Okay.
There's a reason this man found us, so yep, he introduced us to a lady who showed us the convention area and space like that. We met the director of
Yeah.
the whole area, talked to them both for, about an hour?
Yeah.
I explained to them what we had done with House of Mouse before and all that stuff, and they were going to connect me with the lady who would help us plan. She was on vacation, so I should be hearing from her this week to talk, just to get some ideas. But like I said, nothing is permanent, or nothing is guaranteed right now. It's just all talk up in the air.
Looking around, and it might not even be the Wyndham.
Right, it might not be there. We went there because Lou suggested it, Lou Mangello.
Lou suggested going over there, and like we said, so you know what? Sidebar again. You know what's super annoying?
What's that?
The parking situation over there.
Well, the parking at all the hotels is like that.
It's like you can't, like, if you just want to run in the lobby or something,
Yeah.
like no parking, and parking is expensive.
It's like $30 a day. Any one of the Disney Springs hotels, it's like $30 a day.
Does the Drury charge?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. A lot of them have gotten rid of the resort fee, and now they're just charging for parking.
Yeah, because we tried. So we tried to find a place just to park and run in and just take a peek. There was no place, so that's why we ended up. I suggested, like, hey, we could go park in the Lime Garage and walk. And honestly, it was much closer than I thought. It looks a lot further, but we walked all the way past like all the stores by
Past the
Earl's
toy store.
Sandwich, past the toy store, and then we went up, used that walkway, and you go down the walkway, and you are literally right there.
Right there, as you walk maybe another 20 feet, you're looking right at the hotel.
It is
And
crazy
it's
how close it
crazy.
is. I mean, we'll see. I with the way this year has gone, whatever is gonna be is gonna be,
Sure.
and just pray about it and see what happens.
And it won't be this year; it would be 2026 if we do this. But yeah,
Well,
lots.
this year was almost run out.
Yeah, so it can't be this year. But yeah, we're talking about it. We
There's still a want for it, so just kind of stay tuned.
we really found out there was a want for it when we went to Fanboy a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
We
I
had.
don't know. Did we talk about when to
I
talk
can't
about
remember if we
that?
did, but we had a hand. I mean, there could be somebody listening who didn't listen to that one, but we probably had 7, 8 people stop us as we were walking around Fanboy, like, oh my gosh, House of Mouse. They knew us from House of Mouse. We don't get stopped like that for the Main Street Mouse.
No, but House of Mouse, we do, and it's
Yeah.
so weird because our audience is so much bigger for the Main Street Mouse. But
And then Corey Feldman comes up. He's like, hey, House of Mouse, how you
oh,
going?
he did not. He was too busy being weird. But no, it's speaking of weird, it is. And so I wonder if it's because when we do House of Mouse, we are on hand talking to people. I host panels. You are very involved with all the stuff going on.
They see our faces. all
Yeah,
over.
so I think that maybe that could be why.
Could be.
But here nor there. I mean, not to drag it out, but it's been very nice and very humbling and very what's the word? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. Oh my
I
god.
don't know what you're trying to say.
Like
Humbling was where I was going to go with it.
what were you gonna say?
Humbling.
Humbling and gives us a little bit of enthusiasm. I guess that's not the word I want, but
Excitement. It gives us some
yeah,
excitement towards-
kind of like you guys really did care about it. And for us, when you put on a production or a meetup or a show or anything that you do, you're so busy working it that you don't really get to see the rewards of it until afterwards and you hear feedback.
Yeah, and this one was unlike the other ones where we didn't do like a closing ceremony for this.
Oh my god, last time was just done. It ugh.
It was just we had too much stuff going on. It was just okay, we gotta get this done, closed up, and get.
Not
it
to
out.
mention I was sick the last
Yes,
day. I
you
came
said.
down with the worst, like cold, flu, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, timing awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, we might be doing it again. Just wait and see.
Yeah, and if we do, it's gonna be smaller. Lot less booths, lot less celebrities. But if it works, you guys will know about it first. We will announce it most likely here first.
Yeah,
and when
you'll
we-
hear it here first.
if and when we have dates and such.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We're in the early stages of talking about it. So we shall see. Very early.
I also wanted to mention Saturday you had to go get some soap from Bath and Body Works. Because when Michelle gets low on soap and she changes up with the holidays, so the Christmas soap.
And I had a coupon.
She had a coupon, so we ran over to Bath and Body Works. We went to a couple other stores. We went to Bath and Body Works, and they had the villains line, the Corella and the Maleficent. Oh,
No, Maleficent and Evil
Evil
Queen.
Queen. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Corella. Line, and they've already put it on sale.
It is 75% off. Now that's a deal. Now I'm wondering, because everybody knows I love Bath and Body Works. We've talked about it for years. People get it for
They
Christmas.
should be a sponsor.
You know what? Hey, they sent me the villains box. I can't say much, but I love that store so much. And when here's what I don't understand. So the princess stuff came out, and they never had a big clearance for it because it sold out.
So they had little things here and there, but nothing like the line. The line
No,
completed.
No, and I was surprised when we went there because they still had like the candle holders. They only had small candles left, so because I was looking for a candle.
Right.
But I don't know if it's because it was kind of they marketed it as seasonal.
Yeah.
But again, like with Nightmare, Disney villains are all year round.
Right.
So I'm not really sure why they did that, and like I was being cheap. Because I should have bought a couple of things and put them away, but
Makes
I
me
didn't.
wonder though if they're coming out with something for Christmas. because they're trying to. I mean, they have all their Christmas line come out anyway, but I just wonder they're trying to get rid of that stuff, and it could be because of room. It
It
could
could be because they started bringing out their Christmas stuff, and so in the store they're playing Disney villains music, which is kind of fun.
It was fun.
But all the soaps are coming out for Christmas. Their displays are building. I bought Christmas soap with my coupon. So yeah, it's interesting to see. I personally would love it, but being that it's the end of October, I think they would have talked about it by now.
I would hope so.
Or we would have gotten a press release, hopefully.
I know it was kind of fun walking around the store though, because I don't like going in that store, and it's just because it's usually so crowded.
It's always crowded.
It reminds me of Hot Topic. There's like no way to get through the aisles or
yeah.
the areas. But it was cool while I was in there hearing Dr. Facilier. Are
Right?
You ready? Was just really cool to be walking around and hearing Disney music at Bath and Body Works.
Oh my God! So when you were not in the store with me, when I was standing in line, the line was long, and I am holding my stuff, and so they're playing. I didn't realize what they were playing, so this song comes on, and I start thinking, oh my God, this song is terrible, and I couldn't remember what it was from, but it was so bad. And then it took me a few minutes to register.
Okay.
It was the Evil Queen, one of her songs from that crappy Snow White movie that was out.
Oh.
And and Girlfriend Can't Sing. So I'm standing there in the store, and I'm like, you know what? I hoped that movie was a fever dream, and I never had to deal with it again. And hearing that music threw me back to the theater when I was like, oh my God.
And it was at your favorite store.
Right. So but it took me forever, because I only saw the movie once, and everybody ripped on it and how bad it was and how bad the singing was and just bad.
Right.
Yeah. And standing in the store reminded me of that scene and how terrible it was. But yeah, I'm not trying to trash it.
You're not, because that's what it sounds like.
I didn't like it. If you thought the Evil Queen and Snow White, is Broadway material, then you know what? We all have opinions. That's your journey if that's how you think. My journey goes the other way. But yeah, it was just weird. Like, I'm sitting there and I couldn't figure it out. And it wasn't I'm like, oh, why are they playing that? I'm like, villains. And then when I started hearing other villains stuff, I'm like, all right, gotcha. But I was just standing there and I'm like, what is this crap?
Because they have to play it every time they play it, they get paid. So they keep playing the song. So
oh my God, it just was so bad. But yeah, anyway, villains 75% off. Really good deals, like really really good deals. But I was being cheap. I just bought my hand soap. But yeah, and I was surprised that they had some of the good stuff left.
Yeah,
even the wall plugins, y'all. You could go and I mean, those are like $26. You can get them for like $6 now.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
I was gonna get one, but I put it back.
Of course you did. It would have been $6.50.
Dang it, man.
See, now you have regrets.
Regrets. But yeah, so my little merchandise tip. I mean, if you have Villains fans on your Christmas list, you could buy some of that and put it away because they would probably absolutely love it.
Yeah, it'd be time. Now would be the time to run to the store and see what they have left.
Be like my mother. My mother, Sharon. I love her, and she always shops for Christmas. She probably got it done already.
Well, it's like after we left Bath and Body Works, we went over to the Hobby Lobby because I needed to get some filament for my printer, and the place is a Christmas winter wonderland because it is Christmas stuff everywhere. And I had never seen. They had like 6 registers open. They all had 15 to 20 people in line, and everybody but us had Christmas stuff in their buggy.
Yes, it was all Christmas and stuff for Christmas crafts, Christmas decorations, wall stuff. Because right now it's half off.
Right. I have a bone to pick with Hobby Lobby though. Sidebar.
Oh, you're calling
calling
sidebar. All right.
So Hobby Lobby is great for putting their stuff on half off clearance. It's kind of like Kohl's. They set a price that's a little bit high, but then they put it half off so you think you're getting a really good deal.
Well, yeah.
Because that's the story of how Kohl's exists. Because Kohl's does it. It's $70 for a
Kohl's
shirt,
is
it's half off
notorious for it. They're worse than Hobby Lobby.
So Hobby Lobby did. So I was looking at the Grinch stuff because I love the Grinch. That is my favorite character of Christmas. He's awesome.
Yes.
But I was looking. So they had like the Grinch like coffee warmer or a little coffee cup warmer. They had a Grinch waffle maker. Now, normally they have these in other characters, and they're usually $29 for the waffle maker and like $20 for the coffee thing. The Grinch ones are already double that price. So when they go half to the price of what the other ones normally are. And it's kind of a scam. So like the Grinch coffee or Grinch waffle maker was like $56.
Ow.
And bringing it down to half makes it what the regular ones are if they're not on sale.
Right, but then some of the stuff, like they have little Grinch sayings and stuff, like little, with the
Signs.
wood blocks you
Yeah.
can put on shelves. And some of those were like $6.99 with half off.
Which is a good deal.
Yeah, so you just have to kind of pick and choose and watch. I mean, it's shop smart.
Well, I did notice on the appliance ones, they all said exclusive for Hobby Lobby on them.
Ah,
So I think that could also be why the price is a little bit higher. So they signed a deal with Seuss to be the exclusive carrier of some of those things. And so they can charge more because of that.
but it's very Grinchy in there.
I
And
want that Grinch tree so bad.
I know you do.
It's so cool.
And they also have a lot of Disney stuff in there.
Yes, they do.
So if you look around the store, you're gonna find Disney. In Christmas, in jewelry, they have sleep pants there now.
Oh, yeah, they got everything.
They got everything. So if you're looking for a little Disney, they have that as well.
Right. And if you're a 3D printer, they have filament now, which is kind of cool.
Yes. So they have all kinds of stuff.
So there was something you wanted to talk about that happened at Disneyland last week.
I do. Okay, so most of you probably know that there was an incident out at the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. And I chose not to write about it because if you guys have been following me long enough to know that if there's certain stories that I feel could be exploitive, putting stuff out there for hits, clicks on somebody's tragedy, I can't do that.
Right, and that's how we make money on the Main Street Mouse, is through our blogs, our writings, and stuff like that.
And I probably could have made a killing if we did that, but I chose not to.
That probably was the wrong word to use.
What?
A killing.
Oh. Okay, we could have made a few dollars.
There
on
you
it.
go.
And you know what? We wouldn't have made a killing anyway.
No.
I mean, it's not like that. We don't. Trust
No,
me.
we don't do that.
We don't
but
do this because we get rich off of it. Let's just say.
That's why LPA exists.
That's right. Leggings pays for everything. All right. Anyway. So back to Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
So even though I didn't write about it, I decided to look into it.
And this is at Disneyland.
At Disneyland, where they have the overlay right now.
Yes.
The Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, which is awesome, by the way. Okay, so for those that don't know, a lady had a cardiac episode in her doom buggy. And they don't know where at along the ride. Maybe Disney knows now because I'm sure they have cameras everywhere.
They have cameras throughout the whole ride so they can
find
see
out
it,
what
yeah.
happened. But when it was time for her to get off the doom buggy, she was not conscious. So, of course, EMTs were called and all that good stuff. So somebody had a video, and you see the EMTs going up to the Haunted Mansion on that side where their store is.
Right.
So they went in that way.
Right. Through the exit.
Yes. Yeah, because they
That's where
found
she
her.
would be, yeah.
Yes. So, and then it cuts to where now this is the part that was alarming for me.
I think I know where you're going. It was alarming for me when you showed it to me.
Okay. So instead of wheeling her backstage, the people took her right out the exit right in front of the mansion. Now, we all know that Disney says nobody passes away at Disney.
Right.
That's just, happiest place on earth.
Can't have that. It's bad press.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing, you guys. So this video, they wheel her out, and she is a purple-blue color. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have this compression machine on her, and her stomach is going up and down, almost like violently, like up, down, up, down. And I didn't understand, okay? Like, I'm one of those people that when I see something, I'm getting kind of desensitized because I read into a lot of things.
Right.
But even that, to wheel her out in front of all the guests.
Without a sheet on her.
Without a sheet. And so I start reading comments. All right, this is where the education, if you're in the medical field, you already know this. But if you're not, this is what I found out.
Mm-hmm.
So I started reading comments, and there was people in the medical field that had commented, all right? Now, you might know this. I do not. But they kept commenting about they couldn't believe that they put a Lucas machine on her in front of everybody.
Okay.
Because, again, you could see her stomach up and down.
Like it was pumping, trying
Yes.
to get her heart to start pumping again.
Yes. Okay, so what this thing does, and it's becoming more okay. So, sidebar. I asked my best friend Paula is a nurse. So every time I have a medical thing, I'm like, "Hey nurse, tell me about it." So because I read. So okay, so from what Paula told me, I'm going to actually look at the text she said. It says a Lucas machine is a device that does CPR. First responders are now carrying them in the EMS rigs. They are far more effective than humans doing CPR. It's very exhausting. Just 3 rounds of chest compressions and you are wiped out like you ran a marathon. So someone created this machine to do it for us. It compresses at the right depth and the right ratio to give someone the best chance to return spontaneous circulation.
Wow.
Okay, so that is my
So
text.
the machine is an amazing piece of machinery.
What it does is it takes the stress off of the people. It's
Trying
more,
to revive the person.
yes, okay. But it's also something that I read that now this isn't always, but we're talking there's times that this machine pushes so hard it can break ribs.
Oh wow.
Yes, because it's aggressive. It's an aggressive way to try to revive someone.
And I'm sure based on body type, it could be different. Like my body type, I could probably take the compressions.
Right.
Bigger, but somebody
Somebody
smaller,
smaller.
they may have an issue where they could get damaged because the machine doesn't know your body type.
No. It just knows what it's supposed to do. So there's like this like looks like a gold something underneath.
Okay.
So you put the person inside there. The machine goes up over them like a little dome, and
Okay.
it compresses.
Okay.
And then they for whatever reason, because I don't know enough about it, they had her hands like up on the side, just to get off her chest, maybe.
Maybe.
So anyway, from what I gathered, it's something that a lot of people don't need to see
Okay.
because it's a great machine.
Right. It does. I'm sure it saves some people.
It does, but this is like what she was telling me is one of those things that I'm not saying last ditch effort. I'm saying if they need something,
It's one of the final.
yes,
they
like if they
use.
can't do the compressions or whatever, or they're worried that whatever reason they use this machine. So they will.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry,
was
go
going to
ahead.
ask, do they use that instead of a defibrillator then? Because
Totally different things because you're
that's
shocking a
okay.
heart with one. This you're trying to get somebody
trying to get
breathing
the heart
again.
bumping again.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's different techniques.
Okay.
So even she was surprised that
Paula was.
yes, and I asked her because I was writing comments. Now, mind you, please preface this. Allegedly, I am not a nurse, doctor, anything in the medical field. I asked questions. And she had said that if I sent her the video, and she's like, "Oh, that poor lady, she was gone."
Oh wow.
Because with her face color,
Mm-hmm.
and she said that technically they have to at least try,
Right. They can't in case there's a little
in
chance,
case there's some hope.
0.5% chance that it could fix it
Yes.
and bring her back. They got to try.
Yes. So that's why they put the machine on her. But Paula said, and people who saw the video on TikTok and on like TMZ stuff, also in their opinion, she was already gone.
Okay.
So, but Disney obviously, isn't going to say that. It's always later died at the hospital.
Or en route to the hospital.
Because so when somebody can call it, but I just find it interesting how they handled this because normally Disney doesn't want extra eyes on the situation of what is going on.
Right. Never anything negative like that. And I saw the video and you saw the EMTs running by with the stretcher.
Yes.
Taking her by. Now, normally when there's a medical emergency, they put a line of security and cast members around the area to avoid people filming, to avoid people taking pictures, to avoid people just watching. And this one, they were just kind of running through the crowd.
Yeah, it was
And
like a
they
crowd.
They passed like Tiana's restaurant that's right there.
Yeah.
Come up on the side where the Pirates is right there. So they had to go past all that. But my question is, why weren't they backstage? I don't know the layout of Disneyland is backstage as well as I do for Walt Disney World.
Of course, yeah.
But I would think there would be a way to get backstage of the mansion somewhere because I know the mansion's actual ride building is outside the berm of the park.
Yes.
Berm of the park. So you would think there'd be a way over on that side that they could have taken this lady. I mean, she's passed, and it's sad that it happened at Disney. but for her family, her loved ones, and all
Or
that,
cover
to have it go down the middle of, essentially down the middle of a major walkway in
right,
Disneyland,
right.
at least cover the lady up. But it should have been done backstage. I'm sorry, I don't think it should have ever, unless there was absolutely no possible way.
If
to
there
get
was no
backstage,
way to get her to the ambulance,
right
okay,
there.
fine. Maybe we don't know, but a lot of there was even cast members that had commented on these videos, and they even said they were surprised that she was wheeled out in front of the mansion, and only because, like, again, I'm coming from somebody who's gotten desensitized because of all the, I don't even know why I research things, but I'm a reader and I like to find out what's what.
Right.
I was even like, oh no, like, oh, that's bad. And I'm not, okay, here's the thing. I'm not trying to fault Disneyland because I don't know how it works, but I was shocked. And a lot of other people were surprised because there are vacationers, there's children,
Yes. The children is
to see a lady with this machine on her and her face being
Yeah.
purple, and that could be traumatic.
Oh, it is. And the more I'm sitting here thinking about it, so right next to the mansion is the Mint Julep, where you can get your beignets.
Yes.
It's also a train station.
Yes.
And the train runs behind the mansion because the actual stretching room, the stretching room goes down to an area where you take a walkway that you're underneath the train station to go to the ride building. That's why the Haunted Mansion out there, the stretching room actually is an elevator.
It is an
It
elevator,
has
yeah.
to take you down where you walk underneath the path of walking underneath the train. So there has to be a way to get backstage over there of some sort, even if it's on the side of Tiana's. Because I know when you're going to Tiana's, the former Splash Mountain, Tiana's by
Right, it's right next to the mansion.
there's a whole path down there because it used to be Winnie the Pooh had something down there. There's an area, a walkway back there, to where I think there has to be a backstage area somewhere because they have backstage areas everywhere in Disney.
Unless the EMTs just did not know where.
And they just wanted to get her out of there to get it. Maybe
I guess I don't know. And then,
like where was the ambulance then?
I don't know.
Did they park at? I mean, eventually they had to go backstage. I'm sure at some point they probably went backstage. I don't think they took her down Main Street, USA.
No, I don't think that
So at
either.
some
There's got to
point-
be somewhere. But like, so if you haven't been out to Disneyland, it's like literally in like a city block.
Mm-hmm.
There's businesses and restaurants all around it. It's not its own world like it is at Walt Disney World.
Right. At Disney World, you're separated from the other parts of the world. Where at Disneyland, you're just in the middle of Anaheim, California.
Yes, and there's like a Red Robin and
Yeah, there's
Denny's.
restaurants everywhere all around there. IHOP and hotels galore. Panera.
Yeah, so it's not like that. So again, we are speaking from people that don't understand the backstage because we haven't been.
No.
But I think overall I feel very bad for this woman and her family.
Was her
And
family with her, or was she there?
she was in the Doom buggy by herself
So I
for
wonder if-
whatever reason.
I
So
wonder if she was just a fan who was there, because there's a lot of people who go to Disney by themselves.
or maybe she was with her family, and you know how there's only so many people that can fit, and she could have said, "I'll ride by myself. I don't mind."
My
Because
God.
I know, like, when we're in a group, we figure out who's going to ride with who.
Could you imagine though if she had been with like a grandchild or
Oh my God, no.
somebody little, and that happened? Because that would definitely. I mean, it's devastating already, but
I can't imagine
Things that could have
whoever
happened
she
with
was with when they got to the end where you get off the ride, or the cast members that had to deal with that. Absolutely
and
devastating.
they're just cast members. They're not.
They don't know
management,
what
they're
to
not-
do.
yeah,
Can you
they're-
imagine?
I can't even.
I feel so bad for this woman. I have not seen any more information about her, and I know she was in her 60s.
I think Disney will try to squash it because they need to get that out of the press. I mean, not because Disney did anything wrong. It's just you
It's
don't
just-
want that negativity out there.
Right, and this can happen anywhere. I mean, and
Sure.
obviously, I was talking to Paul about it, and this woman probably had a pre-existing condition
Probably.
that maybe she thought was under control.
Mhm.
People have heart attacks out of the blue all the time,
Yep.
and
Perfectly healthy people.
oh, for sure,
Nothing shows, and it's just something happens.
just happens
I mean, any kind of medical thing usually just happens out of the blue, and
for sure.
it can happen to anybody. It doesn't matter how healthy you are. It doesn't matter how good you take care of things. If it's meant to be for you to have that medical emergency, it's gonna happen regardless. My old boss at CompuWare, a runner, worked out every day, ate healthy, did all this stuff, and he had a blood clot and almost died.
So basically,
it
we're
can
just saying
happen.
things can happen, and
Yeah.
and obviously, no fault to Disney.
No, not
It
at
was
all.
just one of those things, and then people, like, you know how people are. So they're like, "Oh, so is that, there's, room for 1,000?"
People are stupid.
It's like, come on, somebody lost a family
Yeah,
member.
exactly.
And
Have some
then
compassion for that.
have some compassion. I can't. You know what? I love the mansion so much. If God were gonna take me out, I mean, I guess that's an okay place to do it. But as you know, I can't imagine. And obviously, she was a Disney lover.
Oh yeah.
If you're
Certainly.
trying to look at the bright side of this, which there really isn't much, but she was at a place she loved. I'm
Right.
assuming.
I'm assuming, especially if she was in the Doom Buggy by herself.
Oh,
She's
for
been on it
sure.
before, because usually if you've never been on something, you don't want to do
You
it.
don't want to do it by yourself.
Even though there's nothing scary about the mansion, but it's
But
still one of those things where
I wouldn't want to ride the mansion by myself, like, at night.
really
No.
we've been separated in it when we've done meetups and stuff because we just get stuck. But then me, you, and Corey all fit in one Doom Buggy also.
But what I'm saying is, like, remember how we were just talking about riding the Tower of Terror by ourselves
Yes,
last
yes.
week? Like, I would not want to be, like, alone in the mansion.
Oh, I would love it.
And here's why. So we're gonna segue from this poor lady. God bless her.
God bless her.
And her family prayers going
yes,
out. I
definitely.
can't imagine having this happen in the public eye, and her family
And
having
then the
to.
people who were videotaping it, and some of those
Jesus.
people are making money off of that on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook or whatever.
That's why she should have had a sheet up when they were
That's-
doing the CPR.
They should have thought about that before. I know EMTs probably don't think about that stuff, but in
Well,
the world
no.
we live in, that's the instant my thought, because what we do for a living, that's where I'm thinking some of these people are going to go with it.
So before we move on, I just want to tell you about this video.
Okay.
So I happened to open TikTok, and the person who took this video, okay, they happened to be there, okay, just on, somebody who just happened to be standing by.
Okay.
A day later, ish, maybe two, TMZ has that same video and they have their watermark over it.
Oh, they sold it.
They sold the video,
Yep.
TMZ. And then TMZ, people were like dogging on TMZ because, like, this is somebody's loved one and you just put it all over. So the guy who had the video on TikTok was one thing, but when TMZ picks it up, it's going to go on all their socials.
It's going to get shared.
It's going to get everywhere because it's TMZ.
Yep.
So a lot of people were disappointed that they would do that, but it's TMZ.
I'm not shocked. Harvey Levin has a lot of money, and he's not.
He don't care.
He don't care. He's all about making money, and it's sad that they did it that way. That I could see buying it and making it just go away. Because somebody who looked at it and goes, this needs to be stopped. I'm gonna buy the video and I'm gonna destroy the video.
Well, no, because again, like we were talking, the reason I did not write it up is because I didn't want to look like I was trying to get hits.
And before you go on, I just want to clarify: we make no money off our podcast. So us talking about this, we make nothing for
No.
it. Not at all.
No.
And that's why we thought to do it here rather than on the website.
Well, sure. And it was one of those things that I wanted to talk about because I didn't write about it. And just so people can understand a little bit, because it seemed like there was a lot of confusion as to what the heck.
Right.
Was
A lot of
going
people don't
on.
have the research, or they don't have somebody they know that can explain.
No, that's why I sent it to Paula and I was like, what is going on here?
Right.
And I didn't want to just take the comments as, what they were. Because Paula did work in the ER
Yes, she
for a while there. She's worked in all kinds of different departments, but I know that she dealt with emergencies, ICU, all of it.
And she knows her stuff. Whenever we've talked to her about anything we throw at her, she usually knows, or she has a roundabout answer.
Or a big
Anything.
medical answer that you're going, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm impressed because you're smart. But yeah, I don't know. I feel really bad. I feel sad. But yeah, you guys. I mean, I don't know. Like we went from talking about it and then over to TMZ to what's morally, ethically, right to show. But these days, everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's looking to make a quick buck.
Well, and like I've said for years. So if you go back in time to like when Survivor and all that first started, and I used to say back then, I said, eventually we're going to see somebody die on TV, and they are going to make a fortune off it because everybody's curiosity is going to go up to want to
Don't
watch
say that.
It's
But somebody would.
it's true.
It would go nuts.
It would go nuts. And it reminds me of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, The Running Man, where you have to, these people are playing a game, and if they live, they get free, and if they die, they die. And it's like, it's almost like our morbid curiosity in life that people want, they don't want to see it, but they want to see it.
Well, sure. And, and speaking of, and we're going way off. This should be like my show on
This is a good
Thursday.
show.
But morbid curiosity, yes. And I feel that because of the internet, it has, like how I said earlier, I'm desensitized.
Yeah.
It's because of things I've seen on the internet.
And you're on it all the time.
Because I'm always looking for news.
Yeah.
And I've seen things that I didn't want to see.
Right.
But the fact that it doesn't bother me is alarming.
Well, yeah, because you can't look at other people who say it doesn't bother them because it's the same with you. And I think that's where our society changed. And I said for years, the internet was the greatest and the worst invention all in the same.
Oh,
ticket.
sure.
Because, yes, it unites people, but it also causes a lot of conflict, causes a lot of fights, a lot of arguments. But then you see stuff you don't want to see, but it just pops up. You're scrolling Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
And there it is.
And it pops up and it starts playing automatically. It doesn't give you a disclaimer saying, hey.
No.
Yeah, and sadly, we allow children to see that. I mean, I know 13-year-olds are supposed to be the age limit to be on social media.
You
but
see
that's
little
still way
ones
too
with
young.
a tablet, a phone, and they're pushing buttons or touch different screens. But I'm not saying I have an answer to it. I'm just saying that it's just unfortunate that this is what has happened, and there were some people that called it out. And then there's me, because I'm just as guilty. I watched it, and I looked at it from trying to figure out what happened.
Right.
Like, how could this happen? And that's why I went to a nurse to ask.
And it's crazy if you think 30 years ago, 35 years ago, none of this existed.
No.
You never saw. People went to Disney, and they had their little Polaroid or they had their Kodak camera with film loaded
They
in
had
it,
to go get developed.
that they had to go get developed, and if you had a video camera, it was really one of those cheesy looking videos.
And a lot of people didn't carry their cameras around back then.
No.
Not video.
Because you were with your family, you were having vacation with your family, and your memories were in your head for most of them.
And in that 35 millimeter camera.
Yes, and then you hope the film turned out because you didn't even know. You could drop it off, get it back, and everything's double exposed. Or
I don't know how many times
work.
my film was crap. And what?
I was at someplace one time taking pictures all day, not paying attention. There was no film in the camera. Didn't realize there was no film in the camera because I didn't take that many pictures to think, oh, I must have ran out of photos by now. So I just snapped a few photos. And then I went to look and I was like, wait a minute, there's no film in this camera. So every memory of that day, I didn't get to preserve it because the camera had no film but now nobody thinks about that. You pull out your phone, you start snapping pictures, you snap video, you record audio, you can do everything from your phone, and it's better than any camera that any regular person can just go buy.
So I got one for you.
Okay.
This one's really embarrassing.
Okay.
It's not only embarrassing because it's embarrassing, but it's on video somewhere at my parents' house.
Oh, boy.
So I was going to a dance. I think I was 15 or 16.
Okay.
And I was sitting in the chair looking out the window. My grandparents are all there. And my dad says, is there film in the camera? And I said, yeah, I opened it to check and make sure. He goes, what?
Now, there's probably some people listening and go, well, what would that do? Well, when you expose
It would ruin the whole
it ruins the roll of film.
So my dad was like, you did what? And I said, well, I just checked. And he's like, and I said, I opened it a little bit, so they had to get me a new roll of film. But at the time, I was just a kid.
Yeah, you
And I'm just like, yeah, I checked to make sure. And they all went, what?
And I could see it. I could see the film, and it was there. The film was there, so it wasn't just the case. Because it used to be you took. Did you just say that on the air?
Sorry.
Now I gotta go beep that part
You
out.
don't have to beep. I said it quiet.
But yeah, back in the day, for those who don't realize that, you put your film in your camera and then you hit a button and then the film would load after it was closed. So that way it was never exposed to the outdoor light or anything like that. And then when you were done, the camera would automatically wind itself back up and put all the film back in the canister. You could take the canister out. You took that to the photo mart, photo mat, wherever. They would develop it and give you your photos back. But if you opened it while that film was exposed in any way, you ruined the film.
Yeah. You know what? it was a lesson, but it just sucked because my grandfather was recording, and I'm like, yeah, what's the big deal?
I've got to ask your dad for that film.
It's not. They have it. It's probably in the basement. But yeah.
I'm
So
gonna get that one. Put that on YouTube.
oh my god. Yeah. And
I'll
I was
convert it to digital. And put it up.
and my dress was peach. I had a peach lace dress on.
For that time period. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was peachy, and apparently
Did you have high hair?
I did.
Did you have like 4 foot of hair with the
No, it wasn't 4 foot of
You
hair.
take the Aquanet, you just start spraying, and then it sets and it does not move.
Okay, it wasn't the 80s, so it was not that high.
I remember in the 80s, women would pull out this big can of hairspray. It was like 12
They
inches
called it
long.
mall hair.
But they would put it in a purse that was it was like the can condensed when it went into the purse that it come out of it was like a clown car.
Pull out
500
your hairspray?
Yeah, I would always see how does that fit in the purse? And then I see you with your purse now. I'm like, there's no way she could fit a can of hairspray in there.
It doesn't matter what size purse I have, I lose things in it.
I don't think women carry hairspray like they used to. It seems
No,
like back
they have
in the
little
day-
bottles.
Yeah, but it
if you
seemed like
need
back in the day, you were at a school dance, you were at a school event, every girl had hairspray or something.
Now
in
we
their
make
purse.
sure we have lipstick or like a compact.
Yeah.
But anyway, oh my God, we got way
Oh,
off
that's way
track.
off.
Sorry, so
Yeah,
sorry.
We're 50 minutes into the show.
Okay,
We're
go back.
that
I'm
way.
sorry. I'm gonna shut now. But I just
Okay.
wanted to talk about that because I found it interesting, and
No, I think it's a good story to talk about, and it's good to for anybody who doesn't understand or may have heard about it but didn't know the details or understand what the machine was or any of that.
yeah, what was
you
happening. They were
explained it,
trying to revive this lady, and
which is wonderful. They tried, but I hate to say it like this, but how much was Disney like? Try. We want you to try. You can't call it till you get out of the park.
yeah, I don't know, and I don't know how it is. It might have to be called by a doctor.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they do that.
But anyway, so just sad, just really, really sad. And I wish instead of jumping on the bandwagon of what was going on, that's why I decided to read into it to
Yeah.
understand instead of
Oh yeah.
people come up with crazy conclusions. Oh, Disney did this or this happened or whatever, and that's really not.
No, it's
any
not what
of it.
happened. And there's a lot of people who do what we do. There is sites that do what we do that put that out for instant to make a lot of money off.
Well,
of the
sure, like
story.
just to sensationalize it. But yeah, so I feel my heart hurts for what happened, and things can happen anywhere, and
Right, and I'm sure that's not the first person that's passed away in the mansion.
Oh,
sadly,
or anywhere.
or anywhere. I mean, any place you go. I mean, you just go into the grocery store. Somebody could have died. In the
Okay,
grocery
let's
store.
not talk about this anymore.
No, it's sad when something like that gets documented in film.
And then people make up different things about it.
Yeah, here's what happened. Oh, they got scared because Jack jumped out at them. Or I mean,
Yeah,
you
if
can make up
that's
any
not
scenario.
just all I'm saying is when you read stuff, like take it with a grain of salt and check your source.
Check your source. Always check your source.
Check your source.
And if you're unsure of it, ask somebody else who might know.
Or
That's
email
just
the
good.
Main Street Mouse
Or
because
email
we'll
us.
give you the real deal.
We will give you the real deal because we're not afraid.
Anyway, go ahead.
So we only have one media event coming up in the next few weeks because it's a quiet time for that right now. On November 3rd, we are going to Animal Kingdom because we are going to get to see Zootopia Better Zoogether.
Better Zoogether.
Better to Zoogether.
Zoogether. It's going to be hard to.
It's very hard.
The Zootopia show and the Tree of Life. Let's say that.
So this is taking over for Bug's Life that was in the tree. This is the new show that's going to be coming in. And you put out, I know we'll talk about when we get to the news, but they actually showed some of the animatronics that are going to be going in.
Yeah, they're going to be like the real deal animatronics.
So this is going to be really cool. So we're getting to see this on November 3rd. The ride opens, I believe, on November 5th. Which we do have also we have reservations to go on November 5th.
Not ride, but show.
Because a show, because there is a annual pass holder preview.
Pass
beginning
holder
on that
previews,
day.
because it doesn't open to the public till what end of the month?
7th? No, I thought it was the 7th.
Is it?
Open? Yeah, I thought.
I'm not sure, but sometime in November. But we get to see it for the media preview on the 3rd, and of
Right.
course we will post away.
I'm hoping they let us film it because I know in A Bug's Life they were kind of weird about filming in there, but I'm hoping they'll
But
let
if
us
it-
film this one.
Let us at least do the theater, the animatronics. If it's a 3D movie, it is so hard to film.
It is, but I know a lot of the 3Ds now are being made in a way you can film it. So we'll see.
I guess we'll find out in
We will see.
November.
If not, you just put the glasses over the lens and you film it that way.
Exactly. I've seen people do that too.
There's a way to make it work. We will figure it out. So, but again, that's the only thing right now we have on the plate. But if more stuff comes, we will make sure to tell you guys about it next time. I'm just going to run through the news. Quite a few news stories this past week, so we will try to go through them all here. Last week, Main Street Monday, we did Exploring Liberty Square at Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom. So we kind of walked around Liberty Square and kind of pointed out some of the things that maybe you didn't know or did know about the area. It's one of my favorite lands and all because there's just so much history and detail in that land that people don't even realize because it's so small. They just walk through it, go to the mansion, then you leave. So it's one of my favorite areas.
Yeah, so read and learn.
Read and learn. Marvel superheroes, and we did a Marvel story. Beers and coffee collab available now. So Marvel came out with their own beer coffee collaboration. Is it a beer coffee or is it a coffee beer? I mean,
Okay, so it's actually
I don't drink either, so that's why I have no interest.
okay, so it's not like quote unquote Marvel.
Okay.
It was Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland. Apparently Robert Downey Jr. has a coffee brand.
Okay.
And Tom Holland has a non-alcoholic beer brand.
Wow. Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah, I
did not know that.
I researched it as
Okay.
I was writing it. So they collabed on. I don't know if it's like a coffee flavored non-alcoholic beer.
But wasn't the Drew Carey show? Didn't they have a beer, Buzz Beer or whatever they called it?
my
And
God,
it was
yeah.
a beer coffee or something like that. It was a coffee flavored beer.
Oh my God, I forgot about that show.
So I bet you it's something similar to that.
I'm sure they stole it from Drew Carey.
Drew's on the Price is Right going, give me back my money.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not worried about it at
Probably
this
not.
point. But yeah, so they did have a collaboration, and to understand more, you'll have to read the article.
Yes, definitely. Next story: Walt Disney World brings fresh magic to its audio animatronics. That's what I was talking about. They're replacing the audio animatronics in a few different attractions and rides around.
Frozen Ever After, finally.
Finally, they need better animatronics there. They were cool when they came out. They were above anything else.
Yeah, people were so excited, but it's a screen.
But now, yeah, it's a screen, and now I want to see the face move and.
Yeah, they're gonna. So from what I understand, they are going to take a cue from the animatronics out at in Japan.
Finally.
And they're going to put actual faces on them.
This is not just for Frozen. This is also for the Zoogether ride. The ones are going to be on there. So, because we had one article where it was fresh magic to its audio animatronics, and then there was the next article, which was Frozen Ever After audio animatronics getting updated.
I wrote it separate because I thought the Frozen one would like, in case they missed it in the first article.
Right.
I wanted to do a separate one because
Corey won't read it unless it's Frozen Ever After.
Right.
It's his absolute best ride he's ever. That ride above anything else is his favorite.
Yeah, totally. But it was interesting because this past week was the anniversary of Maelstrom closing. Because I found the video in my Facebook memories, and it was a long time ago.
We were second to the last boat on Maelstrom before it closed, which was really kind of cool. And as we got off, the cast members were like clapping, and it was really kind of a cool moment that we got.
It was a long time ago.
A long time ago. Holidays are returning to Universal Orlando Resort with all their festivities beginning November 21st, running through January 4th. So that includes Grinchmas, it includes breakfast with the Grinch you can do. Seuss Landing gets decorated for the holidays.
So nice.
Harry Potter, Wizarding World of Harry Potter gets decorated with a great Christmas overlay. They do a great show on the Hogwarts Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Over there. There's lots of stuff, and you can meet the Grinch. Which we have
the line will be very long.
Very long. Last year, I just happened to be over there for a media event, and it was the same day the Grinch started. So me and a friend of mine ran over there, and we got a great video. Michelle put it out last year, and it did really well.
Really well.
It was a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. There's a lot of great festivities coming to Universal for the holidays. For California residents, 2026 Disneyland 3-day park hopper tickets came out with a great deal out there for them, for the people in Disneyland. Then we put out the pass holder previews for Zootopia's Better Zoogether was announced. So you want to make sure, I don't know if there's any reservations still available for Animal Kingdom on those days, but if you're a pass holder, try to get a reservation on those days and get over there so you can check out this before the crowds come in there and it's a little bit harder to get into it. Price increases and more at Walt Disney World. You put out this controversial article.
Well, it's not. It's not controversial. It's true.
I know. No, people get upset about it every year, but the prices go up every
year. And actually, I did not write everything because
it's too much.
There's like, from what I saw, like over 100 things went up in prices across. Like we're talking like food, water.
Right.
Mouse ears went up from $34.99 to $36.99, which I find outrageous. By the way, now I love you, Disney. But these ears used to be $19.99, and they're just hike up. I remember when they changed them to $25, people were so mad.
But you know what? As long as people are still buying them,
absolutely.
And a lot of people look, it's $2. What's $2?
But
it was $19.99, so actually it's $16.99 more than what you paid.
Well, usually the $34.99 or $36.99 were reserved for specific lounge fly years.
Right, the
Your
nicer ones.
Disney parks were not that expensive, but now, so I'm guessing lounge fly will probably be about $40.
40 to $45 for
Yeah.
the lounge fly ones, and I think you said Spirit jerseys went up.
No, at the
we're gonna
time, but I have to look now.
Okay.
They were still $79.99. But lounge fly backpacks went up to $100, which is a huge rip off.
It is because they're so small. I mean, they're good for a park, but they're so small you can't really put much in them.
And they're hard. I have them, but I don't really care for them because
You have
they're
quite a
not
few of 'em.
convenient. I have a lot. And I just don't wear them because they're not comfortable or convenient.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so prices did go up. So just so if you want to go read that and see what some of the prices are, so you're not shocked next time you're in the parks. Check that out. Let's see, where else were we? October happenings at King's in Orlando.
Yeah, it's a bowling spot.
Bowling spot over by the Orlando Eye or Icon or whatever that thing is
Icon
called. The
Park.
big Ferris wheel is
The
over
big old wheel, the observation wheel.
on iDrive. King's Bowling is right next door to that. And they sent a press release so you can read all about that and what they have going on this month.
Looks like a good time.
Looks like a good time. Hopefully we can get over there one of these times. An Ohio man built a huge Lego-inspired skeleton, and I am so jealous of this thing because first I want to know how he built it, what it's made of, because I have the print file to create one maybe 2 to 3 feet tall, but this one is taller than his house.
Okay, so in the article, it tells you.
Does it? I haven't read it.
And he also, I had a link in there. He put the instructions of how he did it.
Okay.
He made a whole thing. Now, I don't know what he used, but all I know is that it took him a long time
Oh,
to
I'm
put
sure.
it together, and it was very meticulous.
It
And
looks great.
but all the stuff in his yard is big. He's got like the big skeletons we were talking about. But yeah, so the guy likes to do things big.
Yeah, and I love Lego, so that's why it really
It caught my eye, and
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool.
It is cool, and those are fun stories to write about because it's something not many people get to see. I mean, here it is in Ohio, so nobody's gonna, unless you live there, you're not gonna have any.
But you know what though? This guy, it really took off in the news and such. So I'm gonna guess he's gonna have a lot of people driving
Oh,
by
yeah.
his house in Ohio.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a
People
line.
are gonna be looking for that big Lego.
Oh, definitely. And it's bigger than his house, so it won't be hard to find.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it.
Chef Gordon Ramsay is bringing his signature flavors to downtown Disney District at Disneyland Resort. Which I want to go, but only if he's gonna be mean to people.
It should be required that you get like talk
Yelled at.
smack when you walk in.
They do it at primetime dining.
I mean, right?
So why can't we have Gordon Ramsay like little us while we're paying to eat his food?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be great. Spoiler alert, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place dropped a new clip, so you can check that out. Something that I am kind of excited about, Banana Ball. We are getting a team at Walt Disney World that could play the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, so Banana Ball is coming to ESPN.
Yes.
You'll have to click on, there's not a lot of information, but if you click on the link in the article, now you cannot just go buy them, there's a raffle.
Yes.
So I went and I put our names in the raffle for Orlando,
Mhm.
but I was half tempted to put in for Detroit because it's going there. That's
yes.
where all these different things are. So what you do is you go in and reserve and do the drop down, what city you're looking for, and click that and submit,
Mhm.
and they will let you know if you got chosen.
We should reach out to their media personnel because they may have like PR type stuff where we could get involved with that. I'm gonna send them an email. And
You should totally do that. But if not, we are waiting to see if we got the
I would
lottery
love to
pick.
because Banana Ball is it's so much fun to watch the Savannah Bananas and what they do.
It seems like it would be a good outing to where you can just have fun and forget about stuff. And I think that this day and age,
We need that.
we need that because there's so many times like we've talked in nauseum about how cell phones and whatever at Disney or whatever kind
Right.
of ruin everything.
Right. And for those that don't know, the Savannah Bananas, imagine the Harlem Globetrotters, but it's baseball. And they got one guy who plays on stilts.
Mm-hmm.
They have they do dance moves, they do choreographed
Lip
dancing,
syncing.
lip syncing. They do flips on the field, they catch balls really weird. I mean, these guys are very skilled at baseball. Very skilled.
And it just would be a good time. So if you are interested in getting into getting possibly picked,
Yeah,
there is a
get in
link
the
on
raffle. So Read
Yes.
the article, click the link, put your name in for the raffle, and see if you
You
get
never know,
chosen.
you might get it.
And no matter what city you're at, there's
That's right.
other cities. So go in there, check out what city's closest to you, and maybe apply to see if you get it selected.
And good luck.
Good luck. Yes, definitely. This one came out, and I was a little shocked because I thought they had canceled all this, but the live action Tangled update, Scarlett Johansson is being eyeballed for Mother Gothel, which I don't see that at all.
No. Yeah, so it was stopped because again, that lovely Snow White movie bombed.
Right.
So then when they got all the flack for Snow White, they stopped.
Mhm.
They weren't going to do it.
Right.
Well, now there is talks of them bringing it back
Okay.
and for Scarlett Johansson to be Mother Gothel. Now, here's the thing. Don't screw it up. Disney, don't screw it up. I thought Catherine Hahn would be the perfect
She would be really good.
perfect Mother
Really good.
Gothel.
Yep.
I mean, she even has the hair.
But you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
I know they want to go with a name. You want a big name tied, just like they did with Snow White. They wanted a big name tied to the movie to draw interest.
Who is the big name?
Gal Gadot was probably the bigger name of the two,
Oh,
because she was Wonder Woman and all those other movies. So her
Wah,
name was
wah.
drawing, even though it failed as Snow White. But Scarlett Johansson, she's Black Widow, and I can't see her playing another role because she's so tied to the Marvel universe and been in so many of the Marvel films as Black Widow that I can't see her playing Mother Gothel because she just doesn't. To me, she doesn't. Her acting is not the way I picture Mother Gothel being. I wish they would go find the lady who played Mother Gothel, who we saw on the Disney Magic cruise ship,
on the cruise ship.
because she also played Mother Gothel, I believe, on Broadway, or she played another character. I can't remember exactly who it was.
She may have, but you
she
got.
had the mannerisms down. She had the voice down. I
Oh
mean,
my God,
she
the
was
voice.
perfect.
And I know Scarlett Johansson can somewhat sing,
Okay.
but the vocal range of Mother Gothel. Think about like Mother Knows Best.
Yes.
I guess we'll see. I just
Have they said any rumors of Rapunzel?
no.
That's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a really hard one to cast.
And
because
Flynn.
Flynn is going to be even more difficult because you got to get the nose right.
You gotta get the
Um,
nose right.
You're going to have to put prosthetics. Although Zachary Levi, they could probably make him up to make him look good because then you would have the voice. Mandy Moore might be too old to play Rapunzel.
Well, Zachary Levi is in his 40s.
He's in his
also.
40s too.
See, but that's the thing. Now, if they would have done this years ago,
Yeah.
it would have been the coolest thing ever if they used Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi. But they've waited too long. The movie is 15 years old
Yep.
this year. You know what? I don't know what'll happen. I'm trying to reserve judgment because it is my favorite movie.
Right.
I mean, from what I read, they want to stick to the storyline
I
because
hope they do.
they've gotten ripped so bad for screwing stuff up.
Sidebar.
What?
I'm calling a second sidebar.
Oh my gosh.
I wish Disney would stop remaking classic cartoons that were perfect to make the live action versions that are not going to be perfect. No matter how well they do it, it will not be good enough for the true fans. If they want to make live action ones, like The Jungle Cruise, love the movie. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion, love the movie. Great. Make them about the attractions, but don't remake something we've already seen in an animated version and then make it live action. Because so far, I can't think of a live action that went from animation to live action that I thought was good.
You know, Lilo and Stitch did pretty good this year in the summertime, but they stuck to the story for the most part. It drifted a little bit, but you had
But even there was controversy with that.
because of the whole Ohana thing and
Yeah.
how she left for school. So yeah, so they did, but it was closer to the story than Snow White.
Okay, I'm fair point, but I still think, why are you trying to reinvent stuff that was so good? Come up with new ideas. How about that? How about you come up with a whole new storyline and maybe do another animated one that people might like, of a new princess or a new character or something like that. Quit remaking the stuff that talented geniuses made 10 to 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I think that's why, they halted everything because Snow White was something that you really couldn't mess with because it's been around so long.
Yeah, it was the original. It was the movie that created animation movies.
Right. So you couldn't really mess with that. But like Tangled, I wish they wouldn't. But if they're going to, then I hope they do it right. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, they're going to do this one. Then they're going to do Princess and the Frog. Then they'll do
Oh,
Brave.
yeah.
They're going to do them all because people, as long as people will go pay to see it at the box office, Disney's going to go, hey, we can make money here. Even if it sucks, we're still going to make millions of dollars.
Well, they didn't with
except
Snow
for
White.
Snow White. Snow White they lost. But
Yeah,
Stitch
okay,
made up for that.
Yeah, Stitch made up for it. But you notice, like we talked about in the spring, how they did not publicize Snow White at all because they knew people weren't going to go.
And they stopped.
And all of a sudden, they threw everything into Stitch
Mm-hmm.
months before the movie came out. But it paid off.
It did, because there was merchandise everywhere for the new Stitch movie. Everywhere. Now, I'm not a fan of Stitch. Everybody knows who's listened to me say anything. I don't like Stitch. He annoys me, and I want to kick him.
No,
through
no,
the
because
goalposts.
he looks like Ava. Shush.
I still want to kick him through goalposts because he just bugs me.
You're mean.
I just don't like Stitch.
Please don't say mean things.
I just don't like him.
Okay, but we're not going to punt him anywhere or anything.
Well, I just remember him running on a football field. I'm like, see, that's what I think annoyed me, is they would have the little CGI Stitch pop up all over the place, and it was just getting out of hand.
Okay, well, calm down.
But yeah, I just wish they would stop remaking stuff, and I wish they would let the movies that are classics that everybody loves.
Just leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Don't try to remake it unless you're going to do 100 shot for shot what the original animated film was.
See, now that would be cool for fans who love a movie
Mhm.
to see. But just to wrap up this
My
discussion,
sidebar.
you're gonna have people that, no matter how good it is per se, that still will not like it.
No, I know, and I'm probably one of those people, because if I like something, don't screw it up.
And here's the thing: I will be super critical of
You will
Tangled.
be.
Because it is my favorite, and I love it so much. I love the story. I love the meaning of the story. I love the music. Please, Disney, don't screw it
It
up.
is pretty close to a perfect movie, honestly. It's got a beginning, end, middle. The music, like you said, is great. The animation is fantastic. When her hair turns in the water scene, and her hair turning gold.
Oh
and
my
all that,
gosh, so
it's
good.
just it is an amazing film, and it was the 50th animated movie Disney ever made. So it's kind of got a little bit of a thing there.
And it doesn't get the notice that it should. It doesn't get the push, which I don't understand, Disney. So work on that too.
Yeah, exactly. Fix it.
Fix it,
Okay.
Disney.
Moving on. WWE's Alexa Bliss made a terrifying appearance inside the Halloween Horror Nights Horrors of the Wyatt Six house. So she was actually in the house as a scare actor,
Okay.
and as her character from the WWE, which is kind of cool. We've actually seen her at Joey Fatone and Friends. She sat in front of us. Her husband
Because
was on stage.
her husband is Ryan Cabrera.
Right. So
So-
yeah, she sat in front of us.
Actually, when she was pregnant with her daughter,
right,
we
she
saw her
was.
a couple times.
We did. The origins of Nightmare Before Christmas in Tim Burton's vision. This was the article I was talking about I put out over the weekend that really goes into the detail of the making of Nightmare Before Christmas. And you can see how much it took 3 years to make that movie,
Mhm.
just because it was shot frame for frame. And I think there's 300,000 frames that created
Jeez.
the movie. New military themed apparel and accessories arrived at Disney World and Disneyland today. So it's what do they call it? Instead of camouflage, it's called Mickey Flage.
Oh,
I think is what they're calling it. So it's little Mickey heads with the camouflage designs. It's actually kind of cool. So I thought that was cool that they did that. Taylor Swift made a huge announcement today on Good Morning America that the Eras Tour documentary series and final show film is going to be going to Disney Plus in December.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm sure is going to do really well for Disney Plus, because all the Swiffers want to go out there and see it. And all the Travis Kelce fans will probably tune in too,
God.
because they love him. Governor DeSantis of Florida appointed Walt Disney World President Jeff Valli to the UCF Board of Trustees, which was a good thing. And it also shows that Governor DeSantis and Walt Disney World must be mending some of those ties that they had broke.
Yeah,
Back for him to nominate him. So I'm glad to see that happening. And Jeff is a fantastic person.
Jeff Valley is very nice. We've met him a few times, and he is just like sunshine, and he
is.
smiles all the time.
Such a
and
nice guy.
He's so nice.
Such a nice guy. And then today I also put out a blog, full breakdown of the Marvel Studios, what they revealed at New York City Comic Con over the weekend. They have some new animation, and they have some new live action series coming to Disney Plus. It was 5 in total. So I kind of broke it down a little bit about what the announcements were and what the series were, and you can read all about that. So that's all the news for last week. Our discussion, the last one of our series. We've been doing best of for the Walt Disney World parks. We should do this with Disneyland's parks also, maybe.
Oh, we could.
We can continue. But today, probably the hardest one to do right now, because there is so much closure and such at the park. So what we'll do is we'll say of any time. Any of these questions. So if it's like best restaurant, it could be one that maybe isn't even there anymore.
Okay.
But we're going to do the best of Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. First thing is best show or attraction. This one's easy for me.
Um, are we talking like
It
shows?
could be a show or attraction, not a ride itself.
Not a ride.
So mine would be Festival of the Lion King
Oh, forgot about that.
because it's always been my favorite, and I know you don't even hear about it anymore. it seems
No.
like. But the show is good. It
I
always has been.
seriously, until you said that, I'm like, what shows do they
I
have?
forgot about it.
I did.
But then they have Kevin does like a little show in the Harambe area, I believe it is.
There's the bird, the up thing or
yeah.
whatever that we saw once. It was.
And they have the musicians there that play the thing. So
Yeah,
there's all
but I
kinds
mean,
of
like-
little shows out. But I think Festival of the Lion King, hands down, is probably one of the best shows on property.
I'll have to agree because I can't think of something else.
Okay. Best ride.
Oh god.
I know there's only like 6 to choose from right now.
Yeah, there isn't much there.
And my favorite one's closing.
Okay, so oh my gosh. I'm torn because I do love Everest.
I was gonna say probably between Everest and probably between Flight of Passage for you.
Flight of Passage makes me nauseous, but I love the way it smells in there.
Right.
And I really like the Navi River journey.
Navi River is a beautiful ride.
I'm gonna say that.
Okay. I'm gonna say Dinosaur. It's still open, so I can say it. But
Oh my
I
God.
love Dinosaur. I know a lot of people complain to get bumped around and stuff like that, but I've always liked it. I've always enjoyed that ride. I don't know why. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it hurts my back.
I like Everest, but I can't ride it anymore because
Going backwards
going
bothers
backwards
you.
makes me sick, and then I'm done for the day. So I just
See, I love Everest too. It's always been my favorite, but sometimes the last time I rode it with the kids, going backwards bothered me. And I don't know if it was a mental thing because you told me.
yeah, I get so sick going backwards, but I can go backwards on like Hagrid's over at Universal, and that one's fine. I don't know if it's because there's more air flowing or the way that Everest has really tight turns as you're going backwards.
Yeah, and the tracks aren't as smooth as they used to be.
No, they're
Because
not.
the ride is not brand new, obviously. But yeah, so I do love Everest. But if I want to go more low key, I'm gonna say Navi River.
Okay. Best sit down restaurant at Animal Kingdom.
Yak
probably
and-
have-
Yak and
I would
Yeti.
say Yak and Yeti. It's probably the best one over there.
Yes.
We both like it. Best walk up.
Pizza Safari.
I would have to agree 100% with her. I love that one. This one's kind of hard. I got to think about it for a minute. Best snack.
Oof. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. There's really not anything that
The only thing we ever got was like Starbucks over there.
I remember. So before we went to Dinosaur Land, there was a little booth right there. I think it's still open, and they had like buffalo chicken fries or something like that.
mhm.
Those are good.
Okay, there's a good
And I
snack.
would consider that a snack because it's not a meal.
Okay. I'm gonna say I like getting the soft serve cones in the back.
Oh, that's right. At the
Oh.
it looks like the truck, the blue truck.
Yeah,
in the back there.
I like the ice cream back there.
It is very good actually. In the summertime though, it melts so quick.
It does.
It does. Best memory you have of Animal Kingdom.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We just talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
I
Wait.
had to insert it because we don't have any after hours events or anything over there.
Okay, so my best memory is the kids and I crying laughing at Kite Tails when the animals just crashed into the
They're
stairs.
supposed to.
Oh. I had a kid on each side of me, and we were crying from laughing. And Aiden kept saying, "Mom, are they supposed to do that?" And Andrew's like, "Is that part of the show?" I mean, do you remember how the giggles were?
Oh yeah, you guys were loud.
Oh my! And you kept saying, "Shh."
There's people trying to watch the show and videotape it. You
I'm
guys-
sure I have good memories of like the kids when they were little. Okay, so the non-snarky answer, because that was just funny. Camp Mini Mickey when it was open and taking the kids around with
Just
their
stole
little autograph books, and seeing all the characters because they used to have them like in a circle area, and you could go to character, and the lines were not crazy back then.
So mine is Camp Mini Mickey on our honeymoon. I remember I had my Tigers jersey on, and we met Mickey and Minnie back there. We had that picture somewhere of me, you,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Mickey and Minnie. And that's probably one of my favorite memories. 'Cause I had never been to Animal Kingdom. That was my first time ever going to Animal Kingdom. Was on our honeymoon. And I really I liked it. It was a fun park then. And I know that was supposed to be Beastly Kingdom, that area, which I wish they would have always done, but they never did.
Yeah.
Instead of Camp Mini Mickey, that's what it was supposed to be. But yeah, I don't know why that sticks out in my head so much, but it really does.
That or just to kind of build on that, when the kids were small and we took them to Tusker House breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
They loved that.
Tusker House is a good place.
And they thought it was so cool. Remember the first time we took them and the characters came to the table and they were wowed.
Yeah.
Especially when Goofy came over. They were like, what? And remember, Aiden had just lost a tooth.
He did.
And Goofy had pointed to his tooth.
Big tooth sticking out.
And that he missed a tooth. And that for the rest of that trip, Aiden kept trying to put his hand up by his tooth for all the pictures. And we're like, no, honey, the Goofy was just showing you the tooth thing.
He thought he's supposed to point it out.
Yeah, pointed out for like every character. He's got to put his hand up. But yeah.
Okay, and last question. This one's kind of a difficult one, I guess you could say, but try to figure out. Best area of Animal Kingdom that you like? Is there an area that you go into that you just really like to walk around and check it all out? Because I already know mine.
Pandora.
Okay. I like that little walkway that is on the other side of the Tree of Life that you can walk up and you can actually look into the Tree of Life and see all the carvings.
Oh, yeah.
It's a walkway that I think most people just walk right past it.
And we didn't know for years
We
it
didn't
was
know
there.
for years, but there's a path that leads from one side to the other side of the walkway there, and you can actually see up into the tree really well to see a lot of the carvings.
Yeah, that is a really cool area. I agree.
So I really like that. But that's our best of. So that's all of our best ofs for Walt Disney World parks. So maybe we'll do Disneyland next, unless I come up with a different discussion topic.
We'll see what you come up with.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be a short topic. That's why I kind of went our news stories a little bit longer. But I do have a question for you.
Okay, we'll try to make it fast because I
And-
know we're way over.
Oh, no, we're only at 120. We've
Oh,
been
okay.
going 130, 140.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're plenty on time. This question is from Lauren in Louisiana.
Okay. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. She says, in your opinion, I'm assuming she's asking your opinion, how do you feel about the different levels of resorts and which one is your preference?
Ooh,
It's a good question, actually.
that's a really good question.
I think I know the answer, but we'll see what you say.
Okay, so, and now mind you, you said in my opinion, Lauren. So
Your
we're gonna,
opinion is what she
in my opinion, you asked for it.
You're in trouble now.
Okay, so years ago, I would have said value resorts because when the kids were smaller, all they cared about was the parks and a pool.
Right, so it was just a matter of where to sleep.
Where to sleep.
Yep.
I feel that. Okay, don't hate me for this, people out there. I feel like the deluxe resorts are a bit of a waste of money if you are
Unless you have the means. Yeah.
and I say that coming from a perspective of you are going to be gone all day.
Right.
Like if you, okay, I don't want to say waste of money. It depends on how you want to spend your vacation. 'Cause I love staying at the Contemporary.
Right.
But we also enjoy the resort when we're there.
Yes, we don't really do much parks if we're staying in the Contemporary. We're usually enjoying the pool, enjoying the resort, doing things that's
Yeah. So if you're going to enjoy the resorts, great. I love the Contemporary. I love the Wilderness Lodge.
Riviera is really nice.
I don't love the Grand Floridian.
No, I'm not. I don't like it either.
It's just not my thing. I'd rather stay. I still haven't stayed at the Poly. I really want to. But if you're going to enjoy the resort, I guess it's okay. But if you're going to be on the go, I'd say value. And value resorts have really cheap pricing right now.
So you're saying value still to this day?
No, I'm going to say moderate.
Okay, that's what I thought because you had said because.
I went to the other two before I went to
Gotcha.
the one I was choosing.
Okay, and I was thinking you were going to say moderate.
Moderate. Okay, but I do love the Riviera. Like, I love the Riviera.
That's deluxe on steroids.
Oh, it is. I love the Riviera so much, but I do like the Contemporary. I like staying on the monorail loop or by the boats.
Right.
Okay, so moderate because I think you get the best of both worlds. You get a nice hotel. You get all the amenities. They have like a bar. Let's say if you're, Caribbean Beach has that banana bar.
Yes, cabana banana or banana.
Cabana, something like that. Because we sat in there and we had a snack and frozen drinks. I love it that I'm gonna use Caribbean Beach as an example just to throw out there.
That's my favorite. I could say flat out. That's
Because you're right on the Skyliner.
Yep.
which is so convenient. It's almost like you get so the Riviera is on the Skyliner path as well because it's right there, but it's like that kind of same thing to have transportation because I now that we're locals, I hate taking buses.
Yeah, I don't like taking them.
So we would rather drive, but when you're staying there, like doing a staycation, like when we stayed like 4 years ago now, um, I loved laying by the pool, but I also love that there was transportation right there to take us if we wanted to go watch the fireworks at Epcot, or if we wanted to run over to the studios or go to another resort.
I think we went over to Cape May for breakfast.
We
and
did.
we took the Skyliner all the way there.
We did.
Which was fantastic. It was just great.
Yeah, that was a good weekend. I just feel like moderates, like you're gonna. To me, like I don't know, it's just the best of both worlds if you ask me. But and the beds
Especially
are
that one.
the beds are more comfortable.
Yeah, especially that one though. I think is the best of all worlds because you have the Riviera right there, which you can use their dining. You have
They have a good walk up, and they have Bar Riva over there.
they do. If you want to go to Art of Animation or Pop, you can just take the Skyliner over there.
Yep.
Studios and Epcot are both on the Skyliner loop.
Yep.
It seems the best. And if you're going to Epcot and you want to get to Magic Kingdom, you can jump on the monorail.
Yeah, so there are ways to get around. The only one you're out of luck for is Animal Kingdom
Which we don't go to anyway.
which we don't go to anyway. So I did honorable mention. I did like it when we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside.
Yes, that was nice.
The only thing I don't like about Riverside is some of the buildings are so far away
Oh my
from to get
gosh.
food. Caribbean Beach is kind of like that too, but Port Orleans, that time that we stayed and we got put in the back, oh my lord.
And they didn't tell us that because we could have drove around and parked in a different lot. They didn't tell us that, so we walked.
No, we started walking and
We had-
and it was hot.
It was really hot. We had we were staying for 2 nights because we were there for a media event, but then we stayed an extra day because my birthday was around the time. So, but we had brought some food and snacks and drinks with us and stuff like that. So we're carrying all this through the property. It's like, oh my god.
Remember by the time we got to the room, I was so disgruntled.
I was so mad.
It was so hot.
And then we got all the way over there and realized there's a parking lot right outside our room. We're like, son of a.
Yeah. So, moderates. I think moderates are the way to go. Yeah, but I'm not opposed. Like somebody told me, I read it, so they didn't tell me in particular that they got. Somebody said something like, "I don't want to stay at a value resort," and then in the next sentence they said, "But I'm going to because it was only like $130 a night right
cheap.
now,
It's cheap.
or was that 113?" But yeah, so it's if you're looking to, and you still honestly, okay, value resorts, you still get all the Disney magic because they have the food courts, they have the store
They have some of the best pools for kids.
pools.
Especially.
Yeah, so I don't have a problem with like Pop Century either. I don't know. I guess it depends on what kind of vacation you want to take and if you want to spend time at the resort. But I suggest if you're gonna splurge for something that's a little more expensive, maybe make sure you get the most out of it.
Make sure they have the most to offer and
Restaurants,
really
pool,
location is a big
location.
one for people like you were just saying Caribbean Beach. We were able to get to everywhere but Animal Kingdom without taking a bus.
And it's fun. Now, I know it sounds kind of silly, but like, yes, we live 10 minutes from property, but and we've talked about this before, when we go do a staycation, we feel like we're on vacation because it doesn't feel like work. We use Disney transportation. We really get into it like we used to. So I still love my little staycations.
Yeah, we're not the Main Street Mouse when we do our staycation.
We're just going, doing a thing for ourselves.
Right.
So, but yeah, I love the contemporary, but to save money, moderates are the way to go.
I'd rather spend the money on the moderate and have more money for the different food
Foods
options.
and if you really want to have extra money for food and souvenirs, Pop Century.
Pop is good. I like Art of Animation also.
Art of Animation is nice
I like
too.
the buildings of Art of Animation, all the different areas, especially the cars.
You like the cars area? It reminds you of California.
It does because they're all full size. It's just so cool. I don't know how many times I filmed that area, but I just love walking through it. And I film it multiple times because I wait till nobody's in my shots to film it.
At night, you can get some really good pictures.
You can. It's a great area. So okay, awesome. If you would like to ask Michelle a question on a show, you can email that to me, scott@themainstreetmouse.com, and I will ask her on the air. And again, she does not know the question until I ask her, so this is all off the top of her head.
And that's why it's a little rambly at
A
times.
little rambly at times, but it works out. If you have a question, show idea, or a comment about Michelle's show, the Daydream Believing podcast, which comes out on Thursday nights, you can email her, michelle@themainstreetmouse.com. It's Michelle with one L, not two, or email won't go through.
Mm-hmm.
Run through our TMSM or anything else before I do sponsors and close this out?
No.
No? Okay, TMSM sponsors. Our official travel partner and longtime partner now, the Main Street Mouse, is MEI Mouse Fan Travel. They will help you plan the perfect vacation to Disney, Disneyland, Universal, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, wherever you're going, they can help you out. So just find one of their banners on our website, which we just put up new banners. They have new specials going on right now. Click any of those banners, fill out a small form, and you'll be connected to one of their travel advisors who can help you plan the perfect trip. The best part of all of it, it doesn't cost you a dime. It is free for you, and they help you if the price changes. If you get, they get a refund because you paid more and the prices drop. They will get that for you.
Price adjustments.
They will do price adjustments. They will get you reservations for dining. They will do all the work so you don't have to stress about it. You don't have to get up at 5 a.m. to try to get reservations on this particular day because they will help you get all that. So MEI Mouse Fan Travel, let them know you heard about them from the Main Street Mouse. Our official transportation partner of the Main Street Mouse is the Genie Transportation Service. Make your Orlando trip effortless. Enjoy safe, reliable rides from the airport to your hotel, port, or a night out. All with upfront pricing and no hidden fees. And if you're traveling with kids, they have complimentary sanitized car seats in their vehicles. Choose Genie for all your Central Florida transportation needs. You can visit them at thegenieorlando.com. Let them know you heard about them on the Main Street Mouse. And last but definitely not least, our longest partner who's been with us almost since day one, Kingdom Strollers, who is our official stroller and scooter partner. If you need anything to rent for your time while you're here in the Central Florida area, contact them. They have much more merchandise or much more things available than just strollers and scooters. They will deliver it to wherever you're staying. They pick it up when you're checking out and leaving for the day, and it's just an awesome service, and they're just great people. We've always enjoyed working with them for years. So you can go to kingdomstrollers.com, let them know you heard about them on the Main Street Mouse as any of our partners, and by supporting their businesses, you are supporting our business, and we appreciate you guys doing that for us. So that's all I have to say. I'm done talking. I'm gonna let Michelle close us out.
Hey, and speaking of supporting our businesses, lostprincessapparel.com. We do have Halloween goodies that are still there. If you're planning a Halloween party coming up or just anything you got to do, we got that. We do have some Christmas items as well. So lostprincessapparel.com or Lost Princess Apparel on all social media, you will find us. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. I know that some of our topics get a little long and rambly, but the fact that you've been listening for this long is something that Scott and I do not take for granted, and we appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And on that note, have a wonderful, fantastic, magical week ahead, and we will see you real soon.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings. Watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.